Hi guys, this is going to be a reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of April of 2020. This is going to be a reading that is general. So whatever part of your life is most prominent during this time is what's going to show up, whether it's romance, career, family, things like that. I'm sorry I didn't do a reading for March. However, I did do a timeless reading, a pick a card reading, and you can head over and check that one out. If you are more interested in a romance reading, check out your moon and Venus signs, because half of these readings, maybe even more than half, usually tend to be romance readings if you want a little bit more accuracy, perhaps. Okay, let's see your past and present time. Okay, no, not feeling those. Okay, and your influences. Obstacles, okay, and your outside obstacles. That's okay, and best course of action. And your outcome. Okay. So guys, in the past you have the Three of Swords, so it could have been a really hard heartbreak, probably a lot of, so you have the Magician here. I would say manipulation, could be a third-party situation. Somebody was definitely being very controlling, I think, in this relationship, and it does feel a lot like a relationship reading. Yeah, oof, lots of heavy energy here. I would say this was like, yeah, this is definitely a Tower moment. It was very, very heartbreaking. It could have been a divorce. There could have been children involved. Because at present time you have the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess. So there could be a legal battle, there could be a verbal battle, but basically something that you're trying to, I always saw this card as trying to, you know, slay the dragon, tame the evil, that kind of thing. That's how it resonated to me. But at the same time, you are trying to, you know, keep your peace, trying to see the situation for what it is. You are trying to rise above that and gaining your strength. In your influences, you also have a Ten of Cups. And your obstacles is the Two of Cups. So I'm feeling like a divorce, or there could be kids involved, something really heavy. And if it's not children, there's could have been, you know, if you're separating, you probably are, you know, you're probably dividing. If you have a house together, or some sort of, you know, even pets or anything that you contributed to together, it's going to be really, really hard to work with this person and to divide that equally, because you're going to be just butting heads a lot. You're probably trying to focus on your work right now and distract yourself from the situation, and it is in a sense gonna be good for you, because you can't have all your heart and soul into in this all the time 24/7. You need something more in your life right now, because in your outside influences you also have the Eight of Swords. So I think the person, you yourself, could also be confused and doubting yourself of all the fears of what the situation will bring. And I think the person themselves, they're just so scared and panicked of what's happening that they did not see this coming. The situation is really just a lot of confusion, a lot of doubts, insecurities coming out. Quite a lot of toxic stuff as well. You got the devil here. But I feel like it's going to be slowly moving away. Like maybe not by the end of this month, but definitely by the end of the next one. Because the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords here in your suggestion cards of what to do. So you need to be more strict. You need to be more cruel. You need to be more calculated. You need to just speak your truth and be done with it. Just cut it off like a tumor. Just cut it off. You're not gonna save it. Like you're not gonna. I feel like there was a lot of love, a lot of. This could have been a soulmate situation, but it just didn't work out. Maybe like a false soulmate kind of thing. But possible, like really feeling like a third party thing going on here. Maybe they thought everything was too good. Maybe everything was so good that it bored them, and that's why they wanted to, you know, find fun somewhere else. But you need to cut this out. Just really just let it go by the end of this month. Like, speak your truth and be a little bit more, be kinder to yourself as well, because it's okay that you made the mistake, but you can fix it by letting it go and just seeing the situation for what it is. And your outcome, you have the Knight of Cups. So you might have definitely some emotional offers coming in, maybe from overseas, could be a career, overseas. Three of Wands. You're definitely waiting for something to come in, something better. There is going to be the sense of hope and renewal by the end of the month. There's going to be, I think you are going to just start looking towards the future, start to looking towards something that's more positive, something new and fresh, and just like not look back. Oh, the Sun. I love how these two cards just go well together, because this person is looking at, I always thought of it as a sunrise, as the sun rises, and this is the sun to me. So like a beginning of a new day, like something, like that cycle has ended and something new has began. But really try to get out of your head of how negative the situation is, because it's not great. It's not. You went through a lot. There was a lot of heartache, a lot of emotional turmoil I'm feeling. A really harsh separation, but you need to cut it out because it's been dragging, and even if you try to save it, or if they try to save it, it's just, you know, the foundation has already crumbled and you can't really rebuild it. You just have to start somewhere else, something new somewhere else. And don't be afraid to leave, like thinking, if you might think that you might not find someone else, you will, guys. You will. You have so much, like the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. And you have this in the outcome. And the Knight of Cups, emotional offers, and there's just the ocean here, you know, the ships coming in, the sun rising, like there's going to be a new story coming your way that is going to be a lot more positive. Especially with you know, spring coming in, and there's, you know, nature awakening and everything, things like that. The world is not perfect right now, I know that, but that does not mean that you need to just stoop in it and just, you know, stew in this negativity, not just your own, but like with everything that's going around. You change your mind and you will change your life, because this was a good lesson for you, but it's time for you to move on because you passed the test. You need to cut this out and make room for new stuff to grow, right? So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you next month. Sending you lots of love. Goodbye.